I kicked it off with some Brawl. Halana and Alena are a fairly aggressive commander, which is usually what I like playing. We've got a lot of cheap Dorkos here, so we can play things out before we put this down, so we can play them on turn 4 and start pumping up the jam. So let's play some Magic. Yeah, that seems fine. Dear Untapped, please learn to auto-load yourself in the morning, so I don't have to do it manually. Thank you. You resubs while you're poking at things, Gap. Thank you for the 38 months. Welcome back. Welcome back forever. Thanks for the 16. Gully Seagull, thanks for the 20 months. Saucer Crab mid-sub crisis time. Is 35 mid-sub? Sorry, I thought our life expectancy in the US was above 70 these days. I could be wrong though. Oh, I missed a point of damage here technically, right? I could have done this before I hit them. Consistency in usernames across platform is appreciated. It did meow like a small kitten, yeah. Wonder what bracket this deck is in. I don't think I've seen that Liliana before, but one thing I think the Brawl matchmaking needs a tweak. It tends to put Planeswalkers automatically in higher brackets, which is not ideal. COVID brought down life expectancy 1.8 years to 77. Sounds about right. You keep most hands of a 1-2 curve. Banneret's actually low-key pretty good with these, right? Because, like, you could put counters on here, and then this can mentor these to put more counters on here next turn. That's true. My initial question was it bigger than 70? To which the answer is yes. If we want to just make this bigger, because if they spend a turn pointing a removal spell at this, that's fine for us. Okay, so this lets our partners trigger twice, which is kind of nice. take this opportunity to any chance my freedom dollars can convince you to shuffle your schedule a little bit and do some Unite today instead of Thursday or Friday? Yeah, definitely. I like the Pokemans. So this can get in as a 7/7 this turn. I could just drop Krenko. Don't think I have auto order triggers on here. I don't. Okay, so let's attack with everything actually. And then we can mentor onto here before it triggers and get a bunch of friends. The question is, do they have something really big and scary they can put in with this? If they hit like a Massacre Worm, making a bunch of friends here is obviously not great. Are they dead? Pretty close, right? They need to either do something with this that impacts the board, or they're gonna have to chump block this, which means they're probably dead. Well, to be fair, the Krenko commander decks are like really built around maximizing him, right? Like here we had Halana and Alena to pump it up a little bit, but we're not like all in on making that card bigger. Was it? That was the Amzi adventure the other day, Mr. Lifeguard. I honestly, I've been picking a lot of the decks most recently. Deck submissions have been like, this is another one that I picked out for the morning. I picked out 5-color Niv the other day too. It doesn't surprise me that this is getting higher tier opponents. These decks with the more aggressive curves tend to be pretty good in this format. I'm gonna take our free mulligan on this with no 1-drop, no 2-drop. Yeah, this is good. Oh, wild good in this deck. I guess it's okay against counter spells. Oh, this can put this into play with the 1/1 counter on it, right? It's probably good enough on its own. card's pretty good. I've liked it in the various alchemy decks we played it into. Reasonably powerful effect. Ozolith is cute. This means if they do have a sweeper that we'll get to hold these, which makes Questing Beast better next turn. Even a lot of the good decks in this format have are built in a pretty greedy manner. Like 5-color is considered one of the upper tier commanders, along with like Golos and Winota. People hate playing enough cheap interaction in their decks. We mulligan this. Just like has BTE but doesn't have anything to do with it. I guess we can go tap land into BTE Gingerbread. I also don't have a third land though. I'll take a free mulligan. Well, this is fine. Has untapped lands, has an accelerant to get to the partners. You'll never catch me. I'm the Gingerbread Man. Whenever they cast enchantment, they gain a life and they draw a card. Wait, that just worked? They have like a seal away here or something? Can't see. Sending us to the prison realm, chat. Alright, no removal in sight for that, so let's just go ahead and send them to the command realm. What we grab with this? It's not terrible. go ahead and just drop this down. Means this is 5 mana next turn. Could also do this theoretically. We're gonna have copious amounts of mana next turn, which probably means we die. Oh, I suppose I could just Banishing Light, huh? Yeah, maybe that's better. I could have done Stormseeker plus Banishing Light. Maybe I'm supposed to put counters on the Raptor, actually, to make it more of a threat. Because the Robber already has kind of a priority target on it. Oh, you know what? Is this deck playing Rahilda? It's not, is it? Yeah, we need to get a Rahilda in here for sure. Excuse me? You have a pump spell or something? Okay. I was like, Well, the good news is holding up the Banishing Light didn't matter. Am I dead yet? They have 10 mana and 5 cards in hand. They have 16 mana? 17 mana? Okay. They don't have some removal spells here. They're in trouble. Especially if we draw untapped land, we could go Stormseeker into God-Eternal. It depends on how many instant speed things they have here, right? Like, a lot of their enchantments are not flash. They need, like, a cast out here. Isn't Celebrate better than Reckless? Well, I have a Marauding Raptor in play. So playing a 4-1 is probably not great. That's a tippity-tapped land, Sedge. I'm gonna do this as my play for the turn because I want to I want a Banishing Light. Death Race protection is less good. Well, I guess it lasts until my next turn, right? Like I could use it on my turn to fog for a go around. Then we gotta be put out of it from here, right? Like they've got 2 land drops, they've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 mana, 14 mana. This thing's getting bigger too, which makes it harder to attack in. My opponent's just playing really slowly, so I'm gonna concede. I don't think we're 0% here, but at the rate my opponent's playing, it's not worth hanging out for. Like, take in 20 seconds in between each game action. The Combat Celebrant might have given us a big punch, but if our opponent was playing faster, I'd hang out for the 5%er or whatever we were, the 2%er. But it ain't. 2% ain't worth another 8 minutes of my life while they figure out how to play their spells. Our deck is really certain we want Rhythm of the Wild. We'll see how that goes. I forgot to put Rahilda in shit. Honestly, I think that's the worst part about trying to play Brawl, is none of these decks, there aren't deck lists anywhere that are optimized that I could just like go grab and play. I have to like sit down and figure out what cards people have left out every time we play a deck. Like even when I ask for decks on the subs Discord server, basically every time I ask for a deck list, the response is always, this is what I'm playing, but I'm short on wild cards, so it's definitely not optimal. It takes forever to figure out like what's missing from 100 cards, because you can't figure it out at a skim. What's going on, Goof? Good morning. I mean, I don't even want optimal. I just want, like, a place where I get deck lists that, like, aren't missing obvious inclusions because they're missing wild cards, right? That's a big one right away. Oh, this is upkeep flips over. Well, that works for us. Oh, I can't kill that one, though. Okay, I'm gonna Ozolith, and then we'll Primal Might fight this for X's 1, which will force the dog off, which means this doesn't flip at least for a turn. I mean, I don't think that's true. Like, regular EDH is popular enough that there's lots of places you could just go find fairly optimal deck lists, right? Like, I'd believe you, regular EDH has, like, a lot of people playing budget stuff, but the flip side of that's also true that there's plenty of places you could say, okay, this is, like, what optimal looks like. Or not even optimal in terms of min-max. This is what, you know, is what playing a list that's not explicitly budgeted but has this goal looks like. So I'm not even looking strictly to try hard, right? This doubles the tokens they make. Yeah, like I said, there's lots of resources for stuff like that. Flip over and be huge here in a second. Chat, I know that I'm correct. Like, I understand that there's these resources exist. I was comparing how they don't exist for this format. Thankfully, the rest of their hand seems to be pretty mediocre. I guess they just like running this in to make tokens so they can replay it, but that's still not great for them. My poor little pig is smaller than the cult leader chip. I guess we do this and then make this an 8/8. And then I think we just send in the goons, right? Because we get to drop this into play off of this. And just like hope they're in a spot that they have to block enough that whatever this block dies. Hey, Zaysag, thanks for the 31 months. Welcome back. It's like all of these trample, right? Just like hoping they have to put enough poopers in front of these that this will take lethal damage. Yeah, we have a lot of trample buddies. The math for them. Yeah, it looks like that's gonna happen. They're blocking the 8/9, so like this is gonna die. But like it's also gonna trade for this because this is gonna get smaller when a bunch of their tokens die. Yeah, I'll slide that back into my deck, sure. Oh, Ozolith with this is actually pretty good, huh? So you get to put the 2 counters on here, and then they start paying them forward. Just a concession attack, right? In case it's not a concession attack, I'm not gonna block. I'm not gonna get like giant growth out of my commander here. Opponent had a lot of expensive cards that game that didn't really impact the board. Parallel Lives almost had enough time to get off, but Rahilda. Like one Rahilda, please. Thanks for the follows, Schweppes and Krog. Good morning. In fact, let's just look at these cards in general, because it looks like this deck list wasn't built when these existed. So like Town Razor Tyrant's probably a banger, right? Good aggressive card. It's probably not very good. I can see Hollow Henge Wrangler being okay. That's not a playable Magic card. Hey, congrats, Bubik. Hope your baby is healthy. And that mom is doing well. That goblin was the deck builder lamenting the fact that Flame Tongue Kavu isn't legal. Yeah, probably. Take our free mulligan on hands that don't have ones or twos. This hand needs another 2 or 3 to go with this, but it's pretty good otherwise. I guess we kind of need a red source for this too. Bunch of schwamps so far. Second red source too, which is nice. Crunch for 5. They could be a sweeper deck with Muldrotha, so we could get our board cleared next turn. Should be a little sedge. So Phyrexian Scriptures. I imagine this comes along with a lot of other sweepers. Real unfortunate. It's a sweeper that comes with a giant body. Is this the decathlon event? Nah, we're playing Brawl. This hits for 2, and then it hits for 10 more. The old double chant would deal combat damage to a player. It deals double that damage instead. Cleave ho. Our friends are dead, chant. All of our friends have died.
I'll leave.
Infinite mana from this black market. And the problem here is the black market means we're just dead, right? Because I can't. I'm like, we're kind of stabilized, but they're going to get to play this and then have 6 mana immediately, right? So we just die to the Muldrotha plus 3 playing Planeswalkers and Sagas next turn. Morning, Bonzi. Thanks for the follow. So almost beat the turn 4 Massacre Girl. Not quite. Easy free mulligan with no green. This is fine. Not good, but fine. I don't have a 2-drop, which is a little sad. I want to play though. This game mode is called Historic Brawl. It is a singleton with a commander game mode. It's one of the more casual formats on Arena. Aren't any prizes associated with it. You just play for fun, like some kind of dirty casual. It's a very popular paper Magic format. A little bit less so on Arena because digital Magic tends to be a little bit more competitive leaning. I think we play Krenko here rather than the Boreal Outrider. If we spike the untapped land for the partners next turn, we get to pump these up and make a lot of friends. Yeah, Black Market was Jumpstart Historic Horizons card. Yeah, Palaka just doesn't matter because I have partners in the command zone. They're probably a sweeper deck, I imagine. Nice, nailed the land. This means if they don't have a sweeper next turn, they're like up a creek without a paddle. It's a little unfortunate that the land wasn't green, because it means if they sweep, I can't cast Questing Beast next turn. Nice, take those. You've got Lisa rolled up here, though, who outsizes Questerson.
Just gotta hunt one more monster. How hard could it be?
Out.
Down at that point. Alright, let's try and get one more scoreboard Reddit people down. I think we're going to swap over to playing some actual historic. Quick mulligan, no third land here. Yikes. Terrible. Need to go 3, 4, 5. Your Gearhulk is pretty good alongside Halana and Alena as well. Don't really want to trade Celebrant for Silver Smoke Ghoul, so I'm gonna chill here for now.
Fight the ancient vampire lord. Thank you for your service.
Are you gonna kill my commander with like a fatal push here, or did we really decide not to kill my commander? Alright, we're gonna teach our opponent to have a little goddamn respect for the partners, chat. You see how that worked? Gearhulk pumped up the partners pumped up the Gearhulk. You love to see it, chat. Listen, chat, you should just assume that if someone's got their commander in play, that their deck is built to abuse it. Don't give them a chance to mess you up. You'll get embarrassed like this. Thunk. Kerchunk. I mean, this thing has trample, right? So, like, leaving back their X ones to block doesn't really accomplish much. This Battle Mammoth's about to come down and be chunky too. Hey, it's like they're dead, right? $20 looks like 17. Trample's a hell of a keyword.